That's me, right before I had you, buddy.
So, in what ways do you think you are like your dad?
My energeticness, my mischief, and they say my face looks like it too.
According to his family, Wade Zeus Bennett is mischievous, like his dad. Zeus carries the legacy of a man he never met in life.
I want you to confess about some of this mischief of yours.
Okay.
Oh, yeah, he's like, now we're talking.
This little touch of mischief in this otherwise good kid is actually a source of comfort for Mother Mandy, the woman who never dreamed that her husband would not be coming home from active duty. Staff Sergeant Kenneth Wade Bennett was on his third tour in Afghanistan when he was killed by an improvised explosive device, an IED, in 2012. He was just 26 years old and left behind his wife, his little girl, and his baby boy yet to be born.
Tell me about the day you learned that you had lost Wade.
I think so many of us think it's going to happen like in the movies, and it's not. I wasn't actually even notified by the military. It was another wife that told me. I remember finally seeing that car pull up and my mom saying, "Mandy, they're here." And I said, "I don't want to answer that door." And I remember just standing there and looking at these people, just not wanting them to say anything, just hoping they wouldn't say a word. And then they say the words you never want to hear. And, you think of every other possible thought. Maybe it wasn't him, and then you don't want it to be somebody else. And the world just really, my life got divided. It was before and after. And still to this day, I still divide our lives into, oh, well, that was before I lost my husband. And, well, this is after I lost my husband. 11 years later, and that still will, I think, always be a giant division in my life.
On this 11th anniversary of losing Wade, his family remembers, but every day they work hard to keep his memory alive, to cherish every good thing about him.
He wanted to help people. That's why he went into the military. He also wanted to see things blow up, but he mostly wanted to be there to help people. And I was little, I didn't understand it at the time, but now I understand, he wanted really to help people. He was amazing.
In the years since Wade's passing, the Bennetts say they've received an incredible amount of love and kindness from individuals who knew Wade.
Like at school, when it's Father's Day, you're supposed to make your dad a card. Situations like that, and when it's daddy-daughter dances. Luckily, some of his people from the units will come with me, and they'll dance with me, and it's just so much fun.
Mandy says the kindness is poured in from strangers as well. And at the top of that list is A Soldier's Child, a Tennessee-based nonprofit that remembers the sacrifice of Gold Star service members by remembering their families. A Soldier's Child founder Daryl Mackin talks about the little boy on the organization's webpage.
That boy is Christian Gozinski, and his grandparents were my neighbors here in Murfreesboro, Tennessee. His father was Marine Staff Sergeant Marcus Gozinski, who was killed sniper fire in Iraq, March 27, 2007, which was only about, I think, 2 weeks before he was supposed to come back from his second tour of duty.
Mackin quotes a letter written by Gozinski, explaining why he served and risked his life for the country.
He said, we are warriors, and as warriors that have gone before us, we fight and sometimes die so our families don't have to. It is our unity that has allowed us to prosper as a nation. So he asked us, those of us that live in this country free off of the sacrifice of men and women that laid down their lives for our freedoms, he says, stand beside us.
The idea for A Soldier's Child came to Mackin as he stood in his neighbor's garage and was asked this question by Marcus's father.
He said to me, did it matter? And does anybody even care? And he left me standing in his garage that night. I consider myself a Christian patriot. I love this country, and I love the men and women that wear the uniform. And I thought to myself, and as a veteran, that I never thought of the families that were left behind.
Go, yeah!
That was the beginning of an organization that honors thousands of fallen service members by making a commitment to nurture and mentor their children.
What has A Soldier's Child meant for your family?
So finding out with the Soldier's Child and all the outdoor camps that they do has been huge. It was really so exciting to see my daughter's face light up the first time I picked her up from that camp 2 years ago, and how excited she was. They just blossomed when they were there, and that's, from a mom's standpoint, giving them something I can't. I don't know how sometimes we got so lucky to find organizations like this.
I like that you get to go out, have no electronics that are distracting you, and have people that you can relate to.
It's just lots of fun. You get to go out there with different kids that have felt the same experience of you.
A Soldier's Child holds hunting and fishing camps and other special events for Gold Star children throughout the year. These experiences are unique, as these children are grieving a very specific kind of loss.
Is something that I feel like is so healing in different ways, and they can feel normal for a few days. They don't have to feel like they have to hide this or be sad because it's not their dad that gets to take them hunting for the first time, because they know all the other kids there are also going through this and experiencing this loss with them.
And then there are the birthdays. A Soldier's Child sends specially requested birthday presents to about 250 children each month.
They decorate a package specially for each kid, and it says don't open until your birthday. And there's fun gifts, these really corny dad jokes that I always love to laugh at. It's lots of fun to get that on your birthday, see it.
Heather Von Lowe is another Gold Star parent whose children have benefited from a Soldier's Child. Her husband, Dustin, died of cancer in 2009 after having been exposed to the burn pits in Iraq.
We would travel from Nebraska to Tennessee. It was 15 hours we would drive, and we would come to the camps. And Grace, my daughter, she absolutely just fell in love with everybody. And my son, when he started coming to camps, it just really helped him to mature, because he's the only boy in our family, and he never got a chance to meet his dad. So, because I was pregnant with him at the time of my husband's death. After about 5 years of traveling back and forth, we decided, with prayer, that it was time to move. And so here we are.
Here she is, now director of programs for A Soldier's Child, helping to further the work to reach more Gold Star children. Magan says the pivotal part of the program is remembrance with honor.
You're honoring these families, and by doing so, celebrating these children's birthdays every single year and giving them that message that, we see you. You're not invisible. It did matter. We do care.
Mandy Bennett and her children are among thousands of Gold Star families receiving that message. As she shows the precious keepsakes in what she calls her Wade room, she expresses appreciation that others know what she knows, that her husband's life and sacrifice still matter to the country he died to protect, and that their children matter as well. Thank you for watching. Continue to follow Virginia News and Stories by subscribing to our VPM YouTube channel.